The Key of David series. David's display of God's compassion. Our reading for today is from 2 Samuel chapter 10, verses 1 to 5. Let's take a moment to go through the verses. David was a man who knew how to repay kindness. Nahash had shown kindness to David in the past, so David sent his men to show kindness to Nahash's son. However, Nahash's son repaid David's kindness with hostility. Not only did he refuse David's goodwill, but he also insulted David's men. When David heard that his men were being insulted, what was David's reaction? Let's read verse 5 again. When David was told about this, he sent messengers to meet the men, for they were greatly humiliated. The king said, "Stay at Jericho till your beards have grown, and then come back." Instead of immediately reacting to Nahash's son's wrongdoing, David sent help to his men right away. This shows that David was a good king who treated his people well. It also demonstrates his compassion. He couldn't bear to see his people humiliated, so he protected them from further shame. Don't we all wish our leaders would protect us like David did? David's actions also reflect God's character, as God himself said he was pleased with David. Isn't it because David resembled him? Therefore, it's a great blessing to have God as our master. However, as his servants, we must obey his commands and do what he asks of us. Sometimes what God asks of us may not be easy, but if we follow His instructions, even if we suffer loss, God will help us and will not abandon us. Let's take a moment to set aside the busyness of the day and rest in the Lord. Can you hear God's commands? He may be asking us to go in a certain direction or to give up something that's holding us back from fully following Him. It could be a call to step out in faith, to show kindness or righteousness to someone, or to let go of unhealthy habits or attitudes. Regardless, if you find following God's will challenging, it may be due to pride, selfishness, laziness, idolatry, or similar sinful tendencies that hinder your complete surrender to God. It's time to reflect and find out what is hindering you. When we acknowledge our shortcomings, seek forgiveness, and strive to live according to God's will. Let's take this time to repent and renew our commitment to following God wholeheartedly.